Good morning, Thailand. My name is Alex.
Hello, and I'm Jay.
And we have some updates from around the land of smiles for you today from the Thaiger this wonderful Monday, January 15th. And we're going to start with our main story today, and that's that over the weekend on a Children's Day festival, there was an accident involving a rescue vehicle that left 44 children injured. So during a Children's Day ceremony in the Kwandon subdistrict of Satun, a tragic accident occurred where a rescue vehicle used for natural disaster operations malfunctioned, leading to the injury of 44 children. The steel sling of the bridge vehicle snapped, causing the bridge to collapse while children were on it, resulting in minor injuries such as back, waist, and wrist pain, with 3 children under close medical observation for potential further injuries. In response, the governor of Satun, Kun Sakra, directed relevant agencies to take responsibility, care for the victims, and ban the use of large machines in future Children's Day shows. An investigation is underway to examine maintenance and operational failures of the vehicle to prevent similar incidents from happening in the future. Pretty tough story. Children's Day Festival was over the weekend. I don't have any children. Do you?
No, I don't. But yeah, it's a very popular holiday. A lot of families go out there, and it's quite a lot of importance are put from parents onto children here. I don't know how big Children's Day is in America, but here it's a pretty big deal. Yeah. It's a pretty big deal. Yeah.
It's a thing too. Like Teachers' Day is a thing out here too, which is not something in America either. So I like that sort of symbiotic appreciation. But it is pretty scary. It's nice that they took the initiative to just say, hey, no more heavy vehicles with children around. Yeah. And fortunately, it's just injuries. We're reporting here today. So anyway, stay safe.
Stay safe out there. Well, for now, guys, we're going to go on to our next story, which is another reminder to stay safe out there because it's regarding a drunk driving incident that has created a major pileup in Pattaya. Now, early yesterday morning, a severe car pileup occurred on Jomtien Beach Road in Pattaya, instigated by Kun Surapa, a 43-year-old Thai woman driving a Toyota Vios sedan. Police suspect she was under the influence of alcohol. The accident, which happened around 2:30 a.m. near Soi 8, involved 7 cars, including 2 pickup trucks and 5 sedans. Surapa, who sustained head injuries and appeared intoxicated, was accompanied by an unidentified foreign man. She was uncooperative and denied being drunk. The Pattaya police promptly cleared the wreckage, and fortunately, no injuries were reported apart from Surapa's. Natchai Pudech, a witness, described how Surapa's sedan allegedly speeding initiated the pileup. Kun Surapa, whose alcohol breath test revealed a level well above the legal limit, was taken to the police station and faces impending illegal charges. Another reason, guys, do not drink and drive. It's not just about your safety; it's about other people's safety. And
and fortunately, in this case, the only injured party was the drunk driver, which seems to be a rare case. Usually, they're doing more damage to other things than themselves, but fortunately, in this case, the only injury reported, her own. Don't drink and drive.
Don't do it.
But anyways, we got a gamut of little tragic stories that we got for you today. Now, in Buriram, a gang of youths was spotted harassing a 13-year-old boy and then furthering the abuse online. Now, the group chased and attacked him in moving traffic, later taunting him on Facebook. The boy was taken to Lahansai Hospital with a broken leg and scrapes, an injury sustained after a high-speed chase involving homemade bombs and a knife assaulted by teenagers by the same village with no prior disputes. The victim's grandmother learned of the attack after he left Klongtom market with friends. A local vendor highlighted that such violent gang incidents are frequent in the area, causing fear among residents. The police, utilizing CCTV footage, are urgently investigating to capture the perpetrators and ensure justice. Unrelated victim. Like just sort of like random act of attack and violence. And apparently, according to this market operator, he's seeing more and more incidents like this on the rise. So. What's the answer?
What
Cameras?
is the answer? Yeah,
I don't know. More CCTV. Hopefully they can find the people responsible for this and deter any future attacks.
Yeah. Well, for now, we're going to move on to our next story, which is another, unfortunately, sad story. A kidnapping, a rescue operation unfolded successfully over the weekend. Never mind, that is a good story.
There is a happy ending.
There is a happy ending. Well, Thai police rescued a woman from a hotel in Chonburi province after she was kidnapped by Kong, a man infatuated with her despite her marriage and repeated rejections. The woman's husband reported her missing, suspecting Kong, who had been stalking her for years. Police tracked her usual commute on CCTV and witnessed Kong abducting her at gunpoint, even threatening shooting her colleague who tried to intervene. Tracing Kong's mobile signal, they located and raided the hotel where he was holding her, leading to a gunfight where Kong fired at officers but missed. The victim, fearing for her life and that of her family, was safely rescued. Kong faces charges for causing fear or fright, restraining or confining another person, and additional charges related to gun possession and shooting are expected. Now, love makes you do crazy things. Ladies and gentlemen, please do not stalk people and kidnap them and or possibly end up killing them.
Or get into a gunfight with the police, too. This guy is going away for a long time, that's for sure. But again, a happy ending. The police are able to successfully, I guess, not de-escalate it, but end up making it all go down without any injuries. So, hey, kudos.
Wild story.
Yeah, that was pretty nuts. But hopefully she can deal with this trauma and stress with her family and move on safely. All right, now on to our final story. We got some tourism news. So more and more cruise ships are setting Koh Samui as a destination on their trips. So Koh Samui, a popular resort island in Thailand's Suratthani province, is poised for a tourism boost with 47 cruise liners set to bring around 25,000 international travelers this year, as reported by the Tourism Authority of Thailand. Most of these tourists will come from the United States, Europe, and Australia. The island had a bustling start with 10 cruise liners arriving in January alone. Over a recent weekend, Koh Samui hosted 2 liners, Celebrity Solstice with 2,800 tourists from Asia, and Mein Schiff 5 with 2,500 mostly German tourists. These visitors are expected to contribute approximately 20 million baht to the local economy during their short stays. And according to TAT Director for Koh Samui, Kun Konokitika, last year's cruise liner arrivals brought nearly 50,000 visitors and 150 million baht in spending. This year's increased liner visits indicate a promising rise in the island's tourism sector. That's nice. I love Samui.
Yeah,
that's where I got locked down there at the beginning of the pandy and spent a lot of time there. So I got to know the island, and I think it's a perfect spot.
Samui always feels a bit fancy to me. It's just a bit more expensive, a bit more less crowded. I'd like to say less crowded. I don't know how it is anymore, but yeah, it's a bit of a mission to get there. Right.
Well, they have that gorgeous airport, and actually, some news broke over the weekend. They set the shooting locations for White Lotus. It's going to be Bangkok, Phuket, and Koh Samui. That's the third location.
All right. All right.
Maybe you can see some celebs.
Good for you if you like yachts.
Well, these are cruise ships. These are like the big old ones.
Cruise,
like floating hotels.
Scusi. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I guess those are some of the stories from across the country. There's more, of course, happening in Thailand. You can find out on thethaiger.com.